technical difficulties. My name is Vinny Juan Sablan. I'm a senior at Cagman High School.
My name is Pasela Ngotel, and I'm also a senior at Cagman High School.
And today we will be your MCs. So it's my honor to welcome you all to the CNMI Public School System's 2025 Business Academy Capstone Presentation and Recognition Ceremony. Round of applause for that.
Yay!
So today's event marks the school district's mission to prepare our youth for tomorrow's workforce development and interests in the various career pathways that are made available each school year. This particular event brings us to the forefront in the preparation of our students in entrepreneurship. Students that participated in an intensive 10-week program completing 180 hours of instructional time, lab work, mentorship, networking, and an innovative business forum that allowed them to practice, observe, and apply a real-world experience in the business world here in the CNMI. I would like to recognize the presence of our Commissioner of Education, Dr. Lawrence Camacho, our Senior Director of Curriculum and Instructional Services, not sure if she's here yet, but Dr. Rizalina Liwag, our Director of Career and Technical Education Program, Dr. Jessica Taylor, and we're also joined by some very important individuals that have partnered with our Business Academy program. And I would like to recognize Ms. Kimberly Camacho, the Executive Director with the Saipan Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Marie Coleman, the Loan Manager with the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority, and Mr. Roman Tadella, Marketing and Outreach Specialist with the Small Business Development Network in the CNMI. And in our midst, we're also happy to welcome and recognize our featured keynote speaker and a young entrepreneur. I know I saw him in here earlier, Mr. Tomas Manglonia, founder of Marianas Press. Furthermore, I'd also like to recognize our instructors, mentors, and site supervisors, Ms. Vanny Barcinas, Ms. Sabrina Calvo, Ms. Charlene Ogo, Ms. Marianne De La Cruz, and Dr. Rita A. Sablan, who is also the project lead of the Business Academy programs. Our chaperones from Tinian, Mr. Ray De La Cruz, our parents for their support and guidance to our students. And the reason for this main event, our 16 students from Saipan, from Tinian and Rota that have successfully completed their 10-week journey in the Business Academy program. Welcome everyone, and one more round of applause for all of us that are here to witness today's achievements.
Before we begin our program, I would like to turn your attention to our program today. We have a full schedule, which should be an opportunity to hear from our Business Academy students and their learning experience. This morning, we are starting off with opening remarks, followed by the capstone presentation through 11:30 a.m. We will break for lunch. We will be served at the main restaurant until 12:45 p.m. We will begin our recognition ceremony with our keynote speaker, followed by presentations of certificates to our students. A closing remark will be complete at approximately 2:30 p.m. At this time, we are ready to open our event. I am honored to present to you our Director of the Career and Technical Education Program, Dr. Jessica Taylor.
Thank you so much to our MCs. I know that you might be a little bit nervous, as well as I am, but thank you so much for doing this for us. Welcome, everybody. Today is such an exciting day. We want to, of course, welcome our students for this day that we celebrate. And I just want to say good morning and welcome to everybody. Today we really celebrate our students and their hard work, the innovation and commitment that our entrepreneurs, our future entrepreneurs have reached to reach this milestone. In the public school system, our Career and Technical Education Program, or CTE, plays an important role in preparing future students for these jobs and careers, equipping them with the knowledge, the skills, and experiences needed so that they can not only be ready for these careers, but also to be ready for college and also post-secondary. CTE is one of the key ways that we bring students to meet these challenges and to also connect with mentors and also be able to present to us what they have learned. So we're really excited to see what they have for us today. Supporting this vision, we have also our PSS leaders. Thank you so much for your continued support. We also have our partners critical partners that really are experts in the field and are able to share this with our students, and we're really thankful for those partnerships. The Business Academy program is a powerful example of this, and through the real-world experiences in entrepreneurship, marketing, financial literacy, and business operations, our students gain the confidence and competencies needed to succeed in life as well. This academy does more than teach business. It nurtures leadership, creativity, resilience, and an entrepreneurship mindset. These are the qualities that will empower our students to shape our futures in the CNMI. I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Sablan and her team for really spearheading this project. Thank you so much, Dr. Sablan. I know our students really enjoyed their experiences, and really that was a great opportunity for them, and thank you so much. Also, Commissioner, thank you so much for your support, and also your signatures, and just saying yes to support this vision. Our parents that are in the room, for supporting your children that are here today. Today we're just seeing the molding of our leaders. We're going to be seeing them in the business community and just elsewhere in the CNMI. So we're really excited that they're here to share their vision as well. The important thing also today is if we can have our students just stand up. Can we see who you are, our entrepreneurs? Can we just see who you are can we just give them a round of applause? Okay. We have our students from Cagman. If you can just raise your hands, Cagman students. Yeah, awesome. We have Rota. Yay. And then also our Tinian. Tinian, please raise your hands. Yeah, so thank you. And then also our mentors, our teachers from the schools who are there. Can you please stand up so we can also recognize you? Yay, yes, we have our Rota and we have our Tinian also. Yes, thank you so much for being here. And then also our partners. Can you please stand up also? Our partners, please stand up so we can also recognize you. We also have our keynote. Tomas, please stand up as well. Yes, thank you so much. All right. But thank you so much. I just want people to kind of be recognized in the room because we are a small group here. Our parents here to support our children, please stand up as well so we can recognize you. Welcome to today's events. Thank you, parents. Oh my goodness, our children will not be here without you today, so thank you so much. So yes, please have a seat, but we just wanted to see who you are, who's in the room. So today, as we celebrate our students and celebrate the accomplishments of the program, thank you, and we really look forward to seeing the presentations and then also really recognizing our students. So we hope we have an awesome Saturday. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for your welcoming remarks. I know I missed a couple chaperones. I know from Tinian we have Ms. Rafina Palacios and I believe Mr. Jesse Pua from Rota. If I missed any more names, I apologize, but we do appreciate you for being here and all that you do for our students. So once again, thank you, Dr. Taylor. Let's give her one more round of applause for her welcoming remarks. All right, and now I would like to introduce and welcome to our event today the Commissioner of Education, Dr. Lawrence Camacho, to give his remarks.
Thank you, Vinny. Let's give a big round of applause to the Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, because, sometimes they do a lot of hard work up here at the podium, and we tend to forget to acknowledge the wonderful work that they do as well. They're going to be energized, they're going to be exciting and very vocal in the way they present, so it always keeps us not just awake, but also in good attention to what is going on, right? So welcome, thank you as well for everything that you do, business partners, parents, family, community supporters, the wonderful staff. I just want to kind of talk this morning about the importance of why we do things, right? You every day, I think, would probably ask yourself why you do things, right? What is your purpose and what do you do and why are you in that position or whatever? As a commissioner, I always ask myself the why as well, but the why also ends up being answered by the fact that I am motivated to do and inspired to do what I do, which is to serve our wonderful community through the lens of our students in the way that they operate by virtue of ensuring that we have the resourcing, the teaching, the academy, if you will, to ensure that our students gain the knowledge and the necessary skill sets to be able to be successful in the world that they're going to be operating, living, and playing in the rest of their lives after they leave our pipeline of public school system. So just want to kind of focus in on that. And so this morning, the why on this business academy, I think for me is very important because in the studies on the theories of education and how students develop and grow, we think of, at least I think of three things that I've learned, and that is the motivational factor, right? How students can be motivated to go into the classroom to learn, as mentioned in this background and vision, which by the way is very well written. I appreciate the hard work on putting it together because it really means a lot. And it brings together the essence of why the Business Academy is very important. So motivation though, the students have to be motivated by themselves first, and then be influenced around the ecosystem support to push and encourage the students to advance forth in their way of thinking and their way of development and growth. And so motivation is very important, right? This academy motivates our students. I'm sure as the moment they step in, hopefully the moment they wake up, they're thinking, oh, I gotta go to this thing because this thing here that I do in the Business Academy is something that I feel like is motivating me to learn and grow even further, right? To further advance. And you know, if you look at it, it says entrepreneurship, strategic business planning, digital marketing, professional communication, and leadership is really applied as core competencies in the academy. That's a wonderful thing. And I wish that I had other experiences when I was in high school, but I wish I had this opportunity as well. And never mind that I wish I had it, I am glad that we have it and we're making it happen for our students. And it says to structure to move participants beyond theory and directly applying those principles in the space that they are operating in. And that means in the workplace, right? Isn't that a wonderful thing? That's experiential learning, and we'll get to that part here shortly. But isn't that motivating and inspirational enough for the students to be able to grow, right? And then self-efficacy is the number two. So motivation, self-efficacy, and really a sense of belonging is the third one. But let's look at self-efficacy and say foundational business knowledge, gain practical exposure, navigate competencies, and then foundational principles and practices in business, fostering entrepreneurial thinking, digital fluency, collaboration, and comprehensive professional development that empowers them to be successful. That if all of that is applied and students are gaining that in this, 10 weeks of application in this academy, they should be competent. And when they're competent, they should be confident in the way they approach and talk more about the business, more about the subject that they have learned and gained from, in order to even further, hopefully teach us, right? When I look into the eyes of students, and people have heard me say this, there are three things that happen. Students always have a story to tell, so you gotta get that story from them. Always tickle that story from them, and they always have something to teach you, so make sure you learn from them. And then students always have a dream and a vision to share with you, so tickle that out of them so you can help guide them through that process. So self-efficacy is very important. Again, it builds competency that builds confidence as a direct result. And then sense of belonging. You belong. If you wear your professional attire and you go into the business place, you feel hopefully a sense of belonging. You're feeling that oxytocin chemical that you and others in the work environment are really kind of, promoting through making sure that you understand how that business or that workplace that you're working in or the business that you own, you have the backs of the people that work for you or the folks who you work for have your back, right? Because that, if all of those things collide and actually not collide, but immerse into something, it becomes something for you to be successful in. And sure, so thank you this morning for all that. I just wanted to kind of share, motivations, self-efficacy, and sense of belonging. And lastly, experiential learning is just something that I believe I'm a little bit of an expert on because I studied it so much. But if you can just have that concrete experience happen to the students, they experience something through the supervisor giving them direction, and they actually do the work. Excuse me. And when they do the work, they step away and they reflect. It's called reflective observation. They reflect on what just happened. And then when they reflect on what just happened, they're conceptualizing. It's called abstract conceptualization. They're thinking of how to do it better next time. And then the active experimentation is the last bit of that experiential learning cycle. And then in the active experimentation, the students are motivated to do it over again because they want to show and demonstrate that they could do it better. That is a wonderful thing that's happening in PSS. Experiential learning opportunities like this is something that I, as a commissioner, really am very proud to be able to have to offer and continue to push as an initiative. And strategically, we're going to move forward. And hopefully, within the next few years, we are better and better at it because it really benefits all of our students in the end. So ultimately, thank you so much. Students, continue to get that drive. I see the drive in your eyes when I look at you. You're driven, you're energetic, and you will be very successful. So all the best to you. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you again, Dr. Camacho, for your inspiring speech to our students and guests today. And our next guest speaker is an individual that has been anonymously selected by his fellow students to deliver a speech about the opportunities he experienced to the Business Academy. Please welcome our student speaker, Anthony Magofnia, a junior from Dr. Rita Hokok Ignos Senior High School.
Thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying today's event. Hafaday, Tiro, and good morning, everybody. My name is Anthony Magofnia Jr., and I am honored to represent the Business Academy students as your student speaker for today's capstone presentation and recognition ceremony. First, on behalf of all the students, I would like to extend our deepest thanks to the people who made today possible. Dr. Jessica B. Taylor, Director of the Career and Technical Education Program, for her leadership and guidance. Dr. Lawrence F. Camacho, Commissioner of Education, for his ongoing support of career and technical education. Dr. Rita A. Sablan, Business Academy Project Lead, Instructor, and Mentor. Our mentors, Mrs. Vinay Barcinas, Mrs. Marianne De La Cruz, Mrs. Charlene Ogo, Ms. Sabrina Calvo, and Ms. Monalyn Oderion. Our school administrators and teachers who push us to grow. And of course, our chaperones, families, and community partners who believe in us more than we sometimes believe in ourselves. Today marks more than just another school event. This capstone presentation is the result of months of learning, planning, teamwork, and persistence. It represents the moment when everything we learned in the Business Academy, entrepreneurship, marketing, finance, leadership, and collaboration comes together in a real-world project. We learned how to brainstorm ideas, debate them, refine them, scrap them, rebuild them, and stand proudly behind them. We learned that running a business isn't easy, and that finding a great idea is only the beginning. But we also learned that success grows from the challenges we overcome together. We want to congratulate the teams presenting today. Go Tasi from Tinian High School, Gab Cake Cafe from Dr. Rita Hokuk Enos Junior Senior High School, and Laddie Mall Corporation from Cagman High School. Each project reflects creativity, cultural pride, and the drive to build something meaningful for our islands. We are excited to learn from you all. And to my fellow Business Academy classmates, today is not the end. It is only the beginning. Whether we choose to continue our education, enter the workforce, or build our own businesses, the skills that we gain here will follow us. We've learned to communicate, to adapt, to lead, and most importantly, to believe that young people in the Marianas can be innovators and entrepreneurs. As we celebrate today, let's remember that our success is our responsibility, to give back to the community that raised us, to inspire those who come after us, and to continue building a future that honors our culture and moves our islands forward. To everyone here with us, guests, families, mentors, thank you for supporting our journey. On behalf of the Business Academy students across the CNMI, si Zeus Maasi, Giliso, and thank you. Have a wonderful day, and please enjoy the presentations.
Thank you, Anthony, for your very amazing remarks. All right, we hope that this opportunity in this Business Academy continues to open doors for you and for all of our other students here today, because your hard work will definitely pay off in the long run, right? All right, and so now it's my honor to bring us to our next program event, the most anticipated part of today, the presentation of each school's capstone project. The Business Academy is not business as usual for high school students. This course was designed with a purpose in mind to introduce high school juniors and seniors to the principles and practices of modern day business. This course was adapted from the foundation principles of the Northern Marianas College course, Introduction to Business, and further developed to embrace 4 key foundations. The first one being future ready instruction. Key emphasis on interactive learning, collaborative projects, and the strategic leverage of contemporary digital tools and platforms for online market research, digital branding, and social media business. Number 2 is the Business Academy Innovation Forum, a dedicated one-day immersive event bringing students into direct contact with local businesses, brands, and entrepreneurs through interactive showcases and networking opportunities. The third one being robust mentorship program. This is where participants received personalized guidance from peer mentorship, fostering entrepreneurial mindsets and leadership capabilities. And the last one being culminating capstone simulation business plans, an experience to synthesize their learning into a dynamic, simulated business plan and deliver a professional pitch, showcasing their strategic thinking and communication skills. And today, you'll hear and see one of the key foundations, the Capstone Simulation Business Plan, a project presentation that culminates their Business Academy program course of instruction. It is with honor to present to you guys our first Capstone Simulation Business Plan from Cagman High School, the Laddie Mall Corporation, led by their Chief Executive Officer, Manuel de Gracia. Let's welcome KHS up to you.
Good morning, everyone. I am the CEO of Laddie Mall, Manuel de Gracia. Today, I am here with my team to present our capstone proposal to you all. First of all, before we begin, I want to welcome you all to Laddie Mall. Laddie Mall is a groundbreaking project ready to make Cagman a thriving center of community and commerce. Now, let's begin with the executive summary. First is our company profile. Our company profile is who we are, what we are, and why we are doing this. Next is our market research, which is the results of research done on the community of Cagman, our SWOT analysis, and some keys to success. Now we have our sales and marketing, which talks about key marketing tactics and objectives, our sales process, and strategic alliances. Then we have our operations, which talks about our locations, legal matters, human resources, and our risk management. And finally, we have our financials, which talks about our startup costs, year 1 and 2 forecasts, income statement, and sales assumption. Now, I will move on to the company profile. I'd like to introduce the Laddie Mall Board of Directors, starting with our Chief Financial Officer, Monica Manguero. Then we have our Chief Sales Officer, Carly Halstead. And then we have our Chief Marketing Officer, Joseph Borja. And our Human Resources Officer, Tia Jo Seman. Our Chief Operating Officer, who is under command of our daily operations and management, Shirina Cabrera. And finally, our Chief Operating Officer, who's under command of the strategic and business development, Priscilla Tidala. This is the team who's running Larimo along with me. You guys may now go back to your seats. Now I will move on to the business overview. Our business description. Our project establishes a commercial mall in Cagman offering rental spaces for businesses seeking retail or office spaces. Moving on to our compelling value. The Lari Mall centralizes essential goods and services, providing local residents with a convenient alternative to traveling around the island for daily errands. And finally, the product or service we are offering. We provide flexible, ready-to-lease commercial units that businesses can use as extra locations or small branch offices, making their services more accessible to the community. Moving on to our company history. The Lari Mall Corporation began on October 4, 2025, when our team set out to create a business that would benefit the CNMI community. After considering several ideas, we ended up choosing a mall because it could bring together many needed services in the village of Cagman. By late October, we finalized the layout of our shop and overall concept. And since then, we've focused on building our legal structure, planning our financing, and preparing the documents needed to bring the Lari Mall to life. Next up is our location. The Lari Mall will be located in Cagman 3, providing convenient access for residents to use across all the Cagman villages. This location allows us to better serve the Cagman community and also help bring attention and more reputation to the village of Cagman, supporting local growth for our businesses and visibility for the village of Cagman. Next. Moving on to our professional advisors and business partners. Our professional advisor is Dr. Rita A. Sablon, the Business Academy project lead, and our Cagman High, our mentor. And our business partners, Ms. Kimberly King Hines from the U.S. House of Representatives, Ms. Marie N. Coleman, the loan manager of the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority, Ms. Kimberly Camacho, the executive director of Saipan Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Roman M. Tudela, the marketing manager and outreach specialist of the Small Business Development Center network on CNMI. Next. Moving on to our legal structure. Larimo chose a corporation with 7 shareholders because this structure protects each of our personal assets, keeps our roles organized, and also supports future growth for the business while we work together to serve the community of Cagman. Moving on to the goals and objectives and our vision and mission statements. Our goals and objectives are to bring more people to Cagman by creating a central hub for shopping and services, support economic growth by providing opportunities for local businesses, improve quality of life for residents through convenience and accessibility, introduce a wider variety of services and products to the Cagman area, and ensure profitability to maintain long-term stability and growth. Our vision statement: to create a place of comfort, convenience, entertainment, and unity for Saipan. And then our mission statement: make a place for people to relax, do errands, and connect with each other. Now, I would like to hand the mic over to our marketing research officer, Mr. Joseph Borja.
Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Joseph Borja Jr., and I am the Chief Marketing Officer of Lari Mall here on Saipan. And today, I'm going to be talking about our market research, which helped shape our development strategy and explains why Lari Mall is not only needed, but also strongly supported here in Saipan. So first, I'm going to begin with our industry profile. So, retail in Saipan has been pretty unstable in recent years, with several long-standing businesses closing, and demand is growing for experience-based shopping, combining food, entertainment, and social spaces. This shift is driven by three major trends, which include online shopping, which changes how people shop, tourism growth, which increases the demand for convenient destinations, as well as a desire for modern, centralized spaces where people can spend time, not just shop. Next is our local market. Right now, shoppers on island currently rely on small scattered stores and standalone cafes. The Cagman area especially is underserved, giving us the opportunity to introduce Lari Mall as the island's all-in-one destination. I apologize. My bad. Giving us the opportunity to introduce the first centralized shopping, dining, and entertainment hub. Our survey confirms this need. About 77% of residents support building a mall in Cagman. Next is our competitors and our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Our key competitors include Jotun Superstore, Jotun Cagman, IT&E, and the Townhouse. Their strengths are clear. They are established and trusted brands with specialized products, but they also have their weaknesses, which include limited variety, smaller spaces, and, in some cases, inconvenient locations. This opens an opportunity for Lari Mall to position itself as the island's all-in-one destination, offering variety, entertainment, and a complete experience under one roof. Our main threats include possible expansions from current competitors, the growth of online shopping, and supply challenges that affect the entire retail industry are also part of our threats. Next is our target market. So our target market includes teenagers and young adults, which is the largest group, local families, and tourists. These groups value affordable shopping, good food options, entertainment, and social spaces. According to our research, the most effective marketing channels for reaching them are Instagram and word of mouth, both of which are very effective and strong in our community. Keys to success is our next slide. To make Lari Mall successful, we identified three critical areas, which are marketing, community events, strong social media presence, influencer partnerships, and loyalty programs. Operations, which include high-quality stores and food options, clean and safe facilities, and responsive customer service. Our critical drivers are a diverse mix of tenants, unique experiences, convenience, and a well-planned pricing strategy. Next slide is our customer survey highlights. And our customer survey gives us a clear direction. Most requested stores include clothing shops, sporting goods, cafes, kids areas, and more businesses. For food, the most desired options are Chamorro, Carolinian, as well as Japanese and Korean food. So about 77.8% of respondents voted for Chamorro and Carolinian and Japanese and Korean food. And the top drivers for frequent visits are good food choices, entertainment, variety, better prices, and community events. And also 77.1% of people would like to have a shopping mall in Cagman. That's what that chart states. So to conclude, overall, the research clearly shows that Saipan, especially Cagman, needs a modern centralized mall. With high community support, a clear target market, and an opportunity to fill major gaps in the local retail experience, Lottie Mall is positioned for long-term success. Thank you, and I'll now call upon the Chief Sales Officer, Carly Holstead, to come up and present the sales and marketing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carly Holstead, and I'm excited to present the sales and marketing plan for Latte Mall business. So our main goal will be to attract locals, students, families, and tourists, increasing both foot traffic and brand loyalty. To achieve this, we will leverage digital marketing through social media, enhance mall promotions, collaborate with community facilities, and actively engage with their customers. For our marketing activities, we will use high engagement platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, collaborations with influencers and celebrities, along with interactive content and giveaways. We will boost visibility and reach, partnering with local hotels who help us target tourists, while school engagement and participation in major events like tastes, festivals, or cultural celebrations will increase community involvement. Offering Monomco discount and student discounts will further strengthen loyalty and engagement. Okay. So for our marketing goals, for short term, which is like 0 to 6 months, we will launch our mall and build brand awareness, attract at least 50 plus daily visitors, grow social media followings by at least 20%, establish local store and restaurant partnerships, run promotional events, and grow social media. We will establish our local store and restaurant partners, run seasonal promotion events, increase customer retention with the loyalty partner programs. For midterm, which is 6 to 12 months, we will likely maintain daily visitors, continue promotions, events, and increase customer retention with loyalty programs, and strengthen collaborations with schools. For our long term, which is like 1 to 3 years, we would like to become Saipan's top shopping and lifestyle destination, expand retail, dining, and entertainment options, build strong brand recognition among locals, develop a sustainable digital presence, and community engagement. To understand our customers' preferences, we will conduct surveys, track promotional effectiveness, and use reward programs. Our pricing strategy is mixed, offering affordable and mid-range options across retail, dining, and entertainment to ensure accessibility while maintaining quality. Retail stores will include seasonal sales, bundles, and promotions supported by a loyalty program for repeat shoppers. Dining options will feature value meals, family meals, and limited time specials with student and tourist discounts during peak periods. Events, workshops, and pop-up markets will have low entry fees, tiered prices for special activities, free or discounted access for children and families. And for a positioning statement, for local students, families, and tourists in Saipan seeking complete shopping and lifestyle experience, Latte Mall is a premier destination that combines retail, dining, and entertainment under one roof. Unlike traditional shopping centers or hotel-based stores, Latte Mall offers a vibrant family and youth-friendly atmosphere, affordable options, engaging events, making every visit convenient, fun, and memorable. For our tagline, we have Shop, dine, play, repeat only at Latte Mall. For the first 3 months, we aim to reach 1,000 to 2,000 locals through social media, distribute 300 to 500 flyers, and partner with 2 to 3 hotels and 1 to 2 operators. Seasonal promotions, pop-up events with 50 to 100 attendees, and eye-catching displays aim to increase foot traffic by 5 to 8%. Customer engagement will be supported through a loyalty program targeting 100 to 200 signups, interactive experiences for 30 to 50 participants, and maintaining a 90% positive feedback rate. We aim to increase average spending to $15 to $25 through upselling and bundles, while encouraging 25 to 35% repeated visits within 3 months. Our strategic alliances will further drive traffic and visibility. Retail food vendors will provide exclusive deals and pop-up stores to attract customers. Partnerships with hotels and tour operators will promote events and package deals for tourists. Engagements with schools and universities through student events and discounts will build brand loyalty. Collaborations with local businesses and community organizations, including sponsorships and co-created promotions, will strengthen our role as a community hub. And in summary, Latte Mall is designed to be a modern, engaging, and family-friendly destination that supports the Saipan community, drives sales, and builds lasting loyalty. And now I will call on our Chief Operation Officers, Ms. Priscilla Tadella, to explain the operations for our company. Thank you for your attention.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Priscilla Tadella, and I am one of the Chief Operation Officers. Today, I will talk about what the operations are in Latte Mall. It ensures the entire facility remains clean, safe, and fully functional, so every visitor can have a comfortable and reliable experience. As our CEO mentioned, the mall is located in Cagman 3, providing nearby residents with easy access to shopping, dining, and essential services. We also have our website and social media platforms where we share store hours, promotions, community events, and online pickup orders. Inside the mall, we'll offer a diverse selection of stores, including clothing for kids, teens, and adults, a full grocery store, sports and footwear shops, and a food court featuring 7 unique food stalls. In addition, we will provide electronic stores, entertainment areas such as an arcade and laser tag, as well as specialty shops like skincare, maternity, and baby stores. Overall, Latte Mall is designed to be a convenient, accessible, and enjoyable destination for families, students, and the entire community to shop, dine, and spend quality time together. Presenting along with me today is Ms. Sharina Cabrera, who serves as our other Chief Operations Officer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sharina Cabrera, and I will be presenting the legal and permits and insurance issues of our business plan for Latte Mall. Starting with legal and permits. To open Latte Mall, we need a business license. We also need a building permit to operate inside the facility. Each individual store inside the mall must have its own retail permit. We must follow all safety laws, fire code regulations, and health code rules, especially for the food court. And finally, we must follow all labor laws for every employee working in the mall. Now for insurance issues. Lottie Mall will need liability insurance to protect customers in case accidents happen. We need property insurance to cover the building and equipment. Our food court vendors will need food liability insurance, and the mall must provide workers' compensation insurance for all employees. These requirements make sure Lottie Mall operates safely, legally, and responsibly. Thank you for your time and attention. At this time, our Human Resources Officer, Ms. Tia Jo Semen, will now come up and present the Human Resources and Daily Operations section.
Okay. Hafa day and Tiro. I hope you're all still with me. I know that was a lot of information. I want to start off by greeting you all good morning. I thank you for your time. My name is Tia Jo Semen, and I am the Human Resources Officer for the Lottie Mall Corporation. Today, I will be talking to you about the operations of Human Resources category that manages the workforce for this corporation. The company's organization focuses on things like recruiting, hiring, and training. For this corporation, we have a total of 23 staff, which conclude a cleaning staff of 6. The amount of cleaning staff are required to reach a minimum of 3 cleaning staff per working shift to ensure the mall remains safe, clean, and welcoming for all customers. Next is our security officers with 4 employees for coverage for entrances, patrols, and night shifts. Security officers are necessary to monitor entrances, prevent theft, assist with emergencies, and provide a safe environment. On to maintenance crew of 3 for repairs, AC, electrical, and arcade machines. The maintenance team ensures that all equipment, electrical system, HVAC, and arcade machines are functioning properly, preventing disruptions to the business. Customer service staff of 5, help desk tenant support, and online order assistance. To help shoppers with questions, assist tenants, handle online orders, and ensure a positive experience for everyone in the mall. And a key management assistant to provide essential support with the scheduling communications, financial tasks, operation management, marketing campaigns, and human resource duties, allowing the leadership team to focus on strategic decisions. As I move on to daily operations, that is to ensure that the company runs smoothly throughout the day, starting with the store opening and restocking, food preparation in the food court, arcade, and entertainment maintenance. As I go on to our risk management, that with preventative measures like cameras and security staff, safety training for employees, regular maintenance checks, food safety compliances, insurance coverage for accidents or emergencies. Once again, I thank you for your time. As I come to a closing, I will now call up on our Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Monica Mangarero, to give you information on our financial process and management. Once again, I thank you for your time.
Hello and good morning. I am Monica Manguero, and I hope you're ready for a big chunk of numbers because I am the Chief Financial Officer and I am presenting our financials. So, first of all, what is our startup cost budget? Well, our startup cost budget is $650,000, and this will cover renovation and mall setup, equipment and fixtures, marketing and promotions, legal permits, insurance, initial inventory, and startup expenses. In order to meet this budget, Lottie Mall will be getting a $450,000 loan from the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority and will be contributing an equal amount of $28,000 from each member of our startup team. This budget is needed in order to make sure that the Lottie Mall is ready to fully operate and satisfy our upcoming customers, not only ephemerally, but for the long term. Now I would like to talk about our break-even analysis in order to make profit. Our mall needing 20 tenants, 13 retail lots, and 7 food stalls. In Laddie Mall, we have 13 retail stores paying $53,846.20 per tenant annually for rent, and 7 food stalls paying $31,428.60 per tenant annually for rent. This brings in our total revenue from rent to $920,000. Now I would like to talk about our sales assumptions and the projected year one forecast for our revenue. For our year one forecast, we will be getting $700,000 from retail rent, $220,000 from food court and restaurant rent, $60,000 from events, and $20,000 from advertising and sponsorships. This brings our total revenue to $1 million, and we will be using $350,000 for operating expenses, which brings our net operating income to $650,000. And as you can see from the chart, it's not really visible, but December is most likely projected to be our most best month to bring in revenue because of the seasons. Now I would like to present our 2-year forecast with a escalation rate of 5%, bringing our total revenue to $1,050,000, and bringing our operating expenses with an escalation rate of 3% to $360,000, which brings our net operating income to $689,500. Now let's talk about our cash flow. The cash coming in from our rent is $20,000 from advertisement, and $60,000 from events, renting space for events. The cash coming out goes to utilities, which is $90,000, repairs $70,000, taxes $55,000, security $25,000, cleaning $25,000, and insurance $85,000. Now here is our income statement. Our total revenue coming in is $1 million, and we'll be using $350,000 for our operating expenses. That goes to utilities, repairs, taxes, security, cleaning, and insurance, which brings our net operating income to $643,000 and $643,500. For our key highlights, we will be having multiple revenue streams from retail, food, events, advertising, positive cash flow expected after year one, scalable model for additional tenants and events, and having our startup investment ensures mall is fully operational, safe, and ready to attract customers. Now I would like to call up our CEO to give his closing remarks.
Okay. First of all, we want to thank everyone present today for giving us your time and attention. We also want to give special thanks to the CNMI PSS COE, Instructional Services and Career Technical Education for making this program even possible. And finally, we want to thank our mentor, Dr. Rita A. Sablan, along with all of our business partners. We've learned so much from you guys, and you guys have given us much guidance and a lot of information that we could really use in the future. And I hope that we'll be able to put it to good use. Thank you all for your time, and this concludes our presentation.
All right, once again, thank you, Cagman High, for your presentation. And now we're going to move on to our next capstone project. It's my privilege to call upon Kaden Manglonia, Chief Executive Officer for Gab K Cafe, a general partnership company from Dr. Rita Hokuk Inu Senior High School. Let me call upon Kaden up to the stage. Just give him a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I am the Chief Executive Officer for Gabgay Cafe, and my name is Kaden Manglonia. I'm here today with my business partners, and I would first like to call up to the stage our Chief Financial Officer, Anthony Magofnia. After him, I would like to call up our Business Operations Manager, Brian Cabrera. Then Janar Mejia, who is our Director of Human Resources. And lastly, I would like to call up Glenn Michael Valdesco, who is our Director of Sales and Marketing. Gabgay Cafe is a limited liability corporation that's run by the five of us here today. We're focused on creating a safe, family-like space that's focused and built on kindness and connection and locally sourced quality goods. Our menu includes things like pastries, smoothies, tea, and a lot of other variety of things that we have here. Now, our target demographic is students and those in the workforce, even those that just want an alternative for unhealthy meal options. Our startup cost looks to be around $36,350. Now you might be asking, how are we gonna get that money? So, the way me and my teammates' business have decided is that we are gonna get a business loan from the bank. And that is how we're gonna be paying that first startup cost of $36,350. For our first year, we hope to build a strong reputation and a very powerful customer base, as well as network with other stakeholders. Now, let's take a look behind the scenes at how this business is operating and how it's been going. So as you might already know, I'm the Chief Executive Officer. I oversee all business operations, I make major decisions, and I ensure our cafe stays true to its vision and mission. After me is Glenn Michael Valdesco, who is our Director of Sales and Marketing. He handles promotions, manages our social media, and oversees advertising to attract new customers, trying our best to maintain a strong brand image. After him is Brian Cabrera, our Business Manager, who manages daily operations. He creates and oversees schedules, handles supplies, and tries his best to ensure customer satisfaction. After him is Janar Mejia, our Human Resources Director. He handles employee relations, oversees hiring, manages training, keeps the work environment positive for the entire team. And lastly, we have Anthony Magofnia, who is our Chief Finance Officer. He keeps track of all financial records, manages the budget, and helps and handles reports and expenses. Gabgay Cafe is dedicated to fostering community connection and promoting health through quality food and drinks. We are a cozy, modern social hub offering customers a welcoming place to relax, study, and work while eating good food. Here at Gabgay Cafe, we think of it instead of more than just a cafe as a sanctuary. for students and a workplace for professionals, and a living room for the community. We provide a variety of products and services, as Gabi Cafe is designed as a hybrid establishment with quick customer service, which helps maximize our revenue streams from both daily local traffic and special event patronage. We offer a variety of items and services, like mentioned before, tea, pastries, as well as PC gaming, karaoke nights, things that the community would like, and gather around together and just come together as one. We started this company because we all had something that we wanted on our island. You see, growing up on Rota was rough sometimes. We lacked many facilities that helped foster our growth, and there was many times where, despite being in a crowded room, we felt very alone. And especially these days, mental health is very important. That's why we wanted to create a place to bring the community together as a family, where despite these hard times, we support each other, and we care for each other, and we defend each other, chasing our dreams. Now, this is our legal structure. It is an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Corporation, because it lets all five of us, all five owners, share responsibility, bring in different skills, and contribute to business in their own way. It also supports a collaborative style of running things, where each owner is involved and interested in the everyday success of the business. For our advisors, we have Dr. Rita Sablan, who is our Business Academy instructor. We also have Ms. Vinay Barcinas, who is our Business Academy mentor, and Ms. Sabrina Calvo. Now, we also have the director from SBDC, Ms. Charlene Manglonia Ogo. Our location. We are located in Songsong Village, which is strategically located there because our space is designed to be accessible and inviting to the majority of the people who live there. We feature indoor seatings and Wi-Fi for our target demographic, and it's kind of hard to see here, sorry about that, but this is a blueprint of what our business layout would look like. Down here is the kitchen area. Over here is where people would be enjoying games, playing with each other, and just enjoying spending time in the moment. This is where you would be able to take your orders up here at the countertops. And near the top, next to the window, with the beachside view at Chamor Village, is where you would dine with your family, friends, and anyone that you wanted to connect with. Our vision is a simple one. Our vision is to become Rota's favorite hangout spot, a place that connects the community and brings us together, despite anything and everything that we go through. Our mission is to serve high-quality drinks and meals to everybody in our community, using locally sourced products while creating a warm and positive environment while trying to unite togetherness with everyone. For our first year, these are the short-term goals that we hope to accomplish in the first year. So we hope to successfully launch and host a grand opening event, as well as earn around $6,000 in revenue on that first year. After that, we hope that maybe around the first year, we establish a loyal customer base of around 50 plus followers. And our social media sites would hopefully have around 1,000 followers. For our long-term objectives, things that take 3 to 5 years, things that are just not in the time frame right now. We hope to expand the menu to include full meal options, to renovate and upgrade so that we can, be giving out to a higher volume of people, as well as develop and create a signature item that we can send and import and export out from our place. Thank you. I would like to call up and hand the mic to our Director of Sales and Marketing, who will explain a little bit more about the market research that we put behind our business.
Thank you, Kaden. I am Glenn Michael Valdesco, the Market Sales Director, and I will now be going over the marketing research. The CNMI economy is shifting as tourism drops 32%, opening opportunities in local food and beverage. Success focuses on meeting local needs and high-value markets. Key trends include healthy mood-boosting options, cafes as work and recreation spaces, and locally sourced, sustainable products. This highlights the rise of community third place spaces and functional beverage that supports health and mental clarity. Focusing on Rota, we have a captive audience of 2,500 residents experiencing the Song Song gap, a total lack of healthy sit-down dining options. We are addressing this need by partnering with local government initiatives like the 1,000 Fruit Tree Initiative to source our ingredients, turning a community project into a competitive business advantage. In Rota, Gapke Cafe stands out from competitors in several ways. Teteto Cool Spot is known for popular drinks but few food options, while Gapke Cafe hopes to serve both drinks and healthy meals. Pesto has a wide food selection, but quality and service can be inconsistent, whereas we use fresh local ingredients with reliable quality. As Paris benefits from a central location, but its quality and service can be unpredictable. While we deliver specialty coffees, a modern experience, and consistency quality every time. Our strength includes a menu full of mood-boosting, sustainable, and locally sourced ingredients, an efficient, low-cost LLC structure, and being the only cafe with co-working style seating. On the downside, we don't have yet an established brand, and our market budget is limited. Opportunities include growing interest in healthy eating, tourists seeking sustainable local experiences, and the potential to become the go-to spot for students and remote workers. Threats we face are weather disruptions and high prices for imported supplies, which can affect our margins. Our target market is people ages 10 to 50, mainly students, office workers, teachers, and local residents. Gapke Cafe attracts customers because we serve fresh and affordable drinks and light meals in a comfortable space. Around 40% locals, 40% students, and 20% tourist mix. Our typical customers support local businesses, want quick and healthy options, care about sustainability, and enjoy community-focused experiences in Rota. Our keys to success are built around what people look for in cafes today. First is sustainability, because we source locally and control our supply chain to show real commitment to eco-friendly practices. Next is community, because we want to become the neighborhood's go-to third place where people come, meet, work, and connect. Finally, convenience is important, so we offer digital options like online ordering to stay accessible for busy customers. These three pillars of sustainability, community, and convenience will guide our growth to help Gapke stand out in the market. We ran a focus market survey with 50 Rota residents to check our assumptions, and about 30% said they want healthier options, noting frustration with the lack of non-fried food, mood-boosting meals. Meanwhile, 70% said they just simply want more food choices overall, especially options that help them more energized throughout the day. Our pricing is value-based, reflecting the quality of our locally sourced ingredients while staying affordable for the Rota community. We offered a tiered structure with a standard rate for tourists, a discounted local rate, and an $8 study combo for students that includes coffees and pastries. We also bundle drinks with grab-and-go meals to increase order value. Overall, prices range from $5 to $10, keeping our offerings accessible for students and working professionals while covering the costs and supporting sustainable profits. We will advertise via social media using sites such as Instagram and Facebook to reach teenagers and young adults. The posters, flyers, and word of mouth in the community will provide local awareness. Special events and student announcements will also be used to promote the new products and excitement about our cafe. For our sales strategy, our products will be sold in cafe setting itself, which invites customers to experience the atmosphere of the venue over lunch. To simplify ordering and make it more convenient, we will also provide online pre-orders via a website. Special lunch deals and other promotions are provided to help capture students and business workers within a certain time period. Our sales process follows a four-step funnel. We create awareness through digital channels, guide consideration with knowledgeable staff, and word of mouth. Make purchase and service quick and easy for busy customers, and retention through our loyalty program. The goal is to keep the process efficient and encourage repeat visits. Our strategic alliance strengthens both our cafe and the community. Through the Department of Land and Natural Resources, we have a first right of refusal agreement that lets us access surplus harvest from the 1,000 Fruit Tree Initiative, ensuring local produce while supporting Rota's farmers. With the CNMI PSS Business Academy, we offer internship and hands-on experience to help develop local talent and build a strong future workforce. The Marianas Visitors Authority highlights us as an ecotourism stop on official visitor maps, giving us valuable exposure to high-value tourists and boosting our eco-friendly image. Finally, the Small Business Development Center supports us by promoting us an ecotourism location and providing business guidance that helps the cafe grow and operate more effectively. Thank you, everyone. Now I will be passing on to our Human Resource Director and Business Operations Director to present our operations plan.
Thank you, Glenn. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gennaro Gonzalez Mejia III, and I am the Human Resources Director for GABK Cafe, and I'm accompanied by Brian James Cabrera, who is our Business Manager for our cafe. And today, we will be presenting our operation plan for our business. So, our business will be located in a central and easily accessible place on Rota, providing high visibility and convenient parking for both local residents and tour vans. Situated at the heart of Songsong Village, this prime location ensures that we are easily reached out by both the community and visitors that are visiting Rota. Also, our business will maintain strong virtual presence to enhance efficiency and attract tourists. Customers will be able to order online to a dedicated website or app, making them be able to skip the line. And like what was mentioned, our business will use social media as a hub for engagement. For example, we will use Instagram for visual content, Facebook to share community events or business hours, and also our business will be featured on MVA's website and maps. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brian James Cabrera, and I am the overall business and operations manager. And in order for our company to be compliant, we will need a business license and several permits, such as a food handler's permit, a fire permit, and a certificate of compliance. And also, we will need a health permit to ensure and maintain all health and safety of our customers. Also, our business will need insurance, like general liability. And general liability is a mandatory coverage for premises risk. And also, property insurance. Property insurance is insurance that gives coverage for physical assets, equipment, and inventory against disaster damage. As a newly established LLC, all owners will be contributing daily storefront operations while also fulfilling our designated roles. Eventually, as time goes on and as our business grows, we plan to partner with PSS and have co-op students assist with daily maintenance, daily operations, customer service, and many other things. Our business will also have structured training focused on technical skills, sales, and professionalism. To ensure that standard purposes are met, all staff are required to complete food handling certification. Additionally, all staff will also receive training on selling techniques, including upselling high-margin items. For student interns, we plan to integrate weekly mentorship sessions with PSS career and technical education industry standards to help support the development and practical learning skills, and also record keeping and finance management.
Thank you, Janara. Moving on, our cafe will open at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. At 6 a.m., we will start brewing and preparing our coffees, smoothies, and pastries. And during the day, our cafe would serve customers and manage online orders. And at 7 p.m., our cafe will come to a close. And we'll restock and review sale data. Also, we have local farmers as our source of local ingredients for our products. We will contract local distributors for coffee bean and sugar. And our production equipment will include the following. It will include commercial espresso machines, high-speed blenders, and refrigeration. And in the front of our cafe, where you order your food, drinks, and smoothies, we'll have a modern point of sale system, which will be mainly tablet based. And in the extra space of our cafe, we'll have tables and chairs and beanbags in order for our customers to relax and enjoy their food while they do their work.
Given Rota's unique environment, our business will follow a clear plan to handle risks that we come along. To avoid problems with supplies and weathers, we plan to not only rely on DNR. We will also be working with local farmers and set 30 days worth of dry goods and coffee in case shipping is delayed. To handle staff issues, everyone that is working with us will be trained as baristas, cashiers, and prep workers to fill in for each other if one is absent. We will also give fair amount of pay to adult workers and set stipends for PSS workers so that they can stay longer. For operations, we will buy a commercial backup generator in case of a sudden power outage. And lastly, we will also protect our points of sale system by keeping both cloud backups and physical copies of our data. Thank you guys for listening. I will now be passing it on to our Chief Financial Officer, who will be talking about our financial plans of our business.
Thank you, Janar and Brian. Good morning, everyone. As you may know from this morning, my name is Anthony Magofnia, and I am the Chief Financial Officer for our business. So, let's answer the big question. How much will it cost to start up our business? So our total capital requirement is around $36,350. Compared to other businesses, you may be wondering, why is it so low? Well, Rota is a small place, and our business is also small. So, moving on to our operating costs and our break-even analysis. For our total monthly expenses, we have around $9,750 per month, covering stuff like rent, utilities, and inventory. And for our break-even analysis, we need 38 customers daily in order for us to stay stable. Each of those customers must spend at least $8.50, and that's around 1,147 customers per month. In the event that a customer does not meet our standard of $8.50, then we will take the extra money from customers that paid over $8.50 to cover that amount. So we will be talking about our schedule. So we will be operating around 360 days a year, excluding major holidays, in order for us to stay stable. For our average sale and our daily volume, stated in my previous slide, each customer would need to spend $8.50, averaging at around 38 customers a day. Now for our year 2, we are projecting at least a 15% increase in growth due to stuff like minor improvements to PC and gaming parts, for weekly gaming tournaments, weekend karaoke nights, and small catering services. Now, for the first year, you may be seeing a negative number within the chart, and this is because we've met the minimal requirement, or we are expected to meet the minimal requirement of customers like 20 to 30 customers a day, and that will make our revenue a little bit low. But in the second year, we are having an 840% increase, having around 30 to 40 customers, bringing our revenue higher. And for our third year, we will have a 150% increase, bringing that number to a total of $47,100. And so for by year 3, we will have at least a 60 to 110% increase in our return on investment, and within those 3 years, we will have a cumulative profit of $62,400. Okay, again, you will be seeing a couple of negative numbers for the first couple of years, and this is completely normal for small businesses. But by year 4, we are expecting to have an increase in projected cash flow, and that will meet our break even. So by year 4, we will have our expected profit. Finally, for our income statement, for year 1, we have a projected gross profit of around $49,000. And for year 2, we have around $80,000. For our total operating expenses for year 1, we have around $36,000, and for year 2, $48,000. This totals to about, for year 1, $9,900 in net profit, and by year 2, $32,000 in net profit. Moving on, I would like to call the CEO and my fellow business partners to present the closing remarks for our presentation.
First, we would like to thank you guys. It has been an honor to be able to present to you today. So developing Gap Cafe has been challenging yet meaningful. As we work through each stage, which shows that our business can actually work, that it can be financially successful on our island, that we aren't just making up like an idea. Our key takeaway with this is that with just a 94% ROI and a break even of 38 customers a day, the numbers work. We can succeed as a business. And now, this is an invitation to the, to the audience, that while Gap Cafe began as a concept for Business Academy, the intellectual property and vision belong to our team. And we are happy to open casual conversation with anyone who is interested. Now, we have a few things that we would like to showcase a little bit here. Anyone who visits our cafe can expect goods such as these. Our goal is to create products people can take home or gift, just to spread the joy of our cafe with the entire community and bring that kind of connection that we lose a little bit sometimes. As we pass it out, feel free to take a look, try it, see the logo, just really feel it out. We hope you take a look. We hope you take a look, enjoy, and sample our products. I am so proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just excuse us while they pass it around. Our apologies. Now, one final question. We would like to ask the audience, Would you invest in our business? Thank you.
That was such a beautiful and delicious treat from our students from Rota. Now I would like to call upon our final capstone presentation from our students from Tinian High School, presenting the Go Tossi General Partnership Capstone Business Plan led by their CEO, Dylan Subia.
All right, good morning, esteemed guests, Dr. Camacho, Dr. Taylor, our mentors, my fellow Business Academy peers, parents, as well as anyone else joining us. I'm so glad you were able to join us here today. My name is Dylan Subia. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Tinian Business Academy team. After a long 10 weeks of meticulous planning and research, we're super excited to share with you our business plan for our company, Go Tossi. So to start off, we'll be covering our executive summary. So our presentation is heavily structured around the structure of the business plan that we covered in our Business Academy curriculum. So starting off, we have the executive summary to be presented by myself, the Chief Executive Officer. This introduces the components of the Go Tossi business plan. Next, we have the company profile, also to be presented by myself. This is where we're going to give you some background information about Go Tossi. Next, we have market research to be presented by our Chief Marketing Officer. This is where we share our findings about our local market and how we can use the data to make Go Tossi a success. Next, we have sales and marketing, also to be presented by our Chief Marketing Officer. This is how we're going to describe how we plan to bring in and maintain customers for Go Tossi. Next, we have operations to be presented by our Chief Operations Officer and Human Resources Officer. This is where we're going to cover the day-to-day operations and legal matters and other stuff of Go Tossi. And last but not least, we have financials to be covered by our Chief Financial Officer, where she'll be presenting Go Tossi's budget and how our money will be managed. All right. So without further ado, let's dive into the company profile. So again, the company profile is just to give you a brief overview of what Go Tossi is about. Okay, so starting off, we have a description of Go Tossi. So what is Go Tossi? Go Tossi is a small, water-based recreational activities company on the island of Tinian. We aim to provide safe, fun, and eco-friendly adventures for visitors and locals alike, showcasing while also preserving Tinian's natural beauty and boosting the island's local tourism economy. Next, we have the compelling value. So this is basically what makes our business unique, what makes it stand out, and basically why people want to come to us instead of other businesses. So for that, Go Tossi invites local residents, tourists, and the increasing number of military personnel stationed on Tinian to enjoy refreshing leisure activities by providing high-quality recreational experiences right on the island, eliminating the need to travel to Saipan or elsewhere for similar excursions. On Tinian, you can only do so much at our beaches. You can swim, you can snorkel, you can fish. So people usually end up looking for other activities like basketball, volleyball, or badminton at the gym. Now, those are all fun, but we really want to promote our beaches and invite people to enjoy them. So we see Tinian's crystal clear waters, vibrant reefs, and naturally peaceful atmosphere, giving an opportunity for snorkeling, diving, and other leisure activities that celebrate the island's natural beauty. Basically, we offer a welcoming space for both adventure and relaxation, all while maintaining what makes our island so unique and beautiful. So, Next, we have our products and services, where I talk about our products and services. So we offer water-based recreation services such as snorkeling, paddleboarding, kayaking, jet ski rentals, and a variety of other family-friendly beach activities. So we have 3 beach stations that we plan on having on Tinian. They all provide rentals for gear such as life jackets, floaties, snorkel sets, and kayaks, along with comfortable beach essentials and light refreshments. All right, next on our company profile, we have the company history, where I paint a picture of GoTassi's humble beginnings. So, GoTassi initially began as just a small idea towards the start of the program in early October. Over time, as we progressed through the Business Academy curriculum, we were able to enhance our skills and knowledge, enabling us to really expand and flesh out what used to be just a simple concept. So now I'm going to talk about our name and logo. Okay, so GoTassi comes from the phrase "Go Green," which promotes environmentally friendly habits to reduce the individual impact on the planet. We here at GoTassi value the preservation of our local ocean ecosystems and want to show that in our practices. And that's one of our biggest motivations. So the Tassi part, it comes from the Chamorro word for ocean or beach, Tassi. So basically when you put them together, you kind of get this like literal message of go to the beach, and that's what we want people to do, go to our beaches and have fun on our waters. So for our logo, this was something we all sat down together to work on. I remember we spent an afternoon on the library. We spent an afternoon at the library, and for a good 30 minutes on Canva, we eventually settled on this sort of minimalist logo with a jet ski and our name, GoTassi. So yeah, now we're currently sitting at a little over 100 log hours of capstone work. Our team at GoTassi has put in a significant amount of time and energy into researching and planning the foundations of our business. So far, we've laid out our initial startup costs and procedures and have highlighted the financial, social, and environmental goals we hope to achieve, as well as the identity we aspire to form as we expand bigger and bigger. So next, on the company profile, we have management. For this, I'd like to call up all of my Business Academy partners. Guys, I don't like that picture, guys. Anyways, I would like to call up all of my Business Academy partners, my Tinian Business Academy team at GoTassi. So, yeah, that's me, Dylan Subio, Chief Executive Officer. Next, we have our Chief Financial Officer, Ina Mendiola. Woo! Next, we have our Chief Marketing Officer, Dakota Sambergen. Woo! And last, we have our Chief Operations Officer, John Sablan. So John is also our Human Resources Officer because, as you can see, the Tinian team is actually very limited in its members. So John's filling in that role of Human Resources Officer. So thank you, team. You can now go back to your seats. All right, so next on the company profile, we have the location. So we're just gonna cover this very briefly because our Chief Operations Officer, John, will be covering this more in depth. So at GoTassi, we'll have 3 individual stations on the island of Tinian. Our main, largest station will be located at Taga Beach. It's right across from the parking lot. So I'm sure that a lot of people, hopefully a lot, are familiar with Taga Beach. It's one of our most iconic beaches. It's a fun spot to go diving, and it's where a lot of us, or a lot of people on Tinian at least, we first learn how to swim. So yeah, right across the parking lot will be our main building. Then we'll just have 2 other smaller stations at Tatonia Beach and Jones Beach. Okay, next, our legal structure. So GoTassi is a general partnership. That's the decision our team has decided to make for our business, Gotasi. So the reason for this is that it's much easier to form. There's like less complicated paperwork and legal fees associated with this business structure. And also there's this collaborative aspect to it where everyone shares ownership, profit, and responsibility. And seeing as we're a very small, close-knit team, that's very important. So despite these benefits that we considered, we also acknowledge that there are a few risks associated with this legal structure. So we do recognize that each partner is personally responsible for debts and accidents. So that means if something goes wrong, everyone shares the risk. But our team at GoTasi, especially our Chief Operations Officer, we're very committed to making sure that all of our risks and potential threats to our business are managed and handled well. So while GoTasi will initially function as a general partnership, we do aim to transition into a limited liability partnership as operations expand. It'll be more complex to register for and maintain, but it provides an important layer of protection for each partner should the business fall into any legal or financial trouble. Okay, next on the company profile we have, our goals and key advisors. So, starting off, we have the mission and vision of GoTasi. So GoTasi's mission is to offer safe, enjoyable, and eco-friendly water activities that highlight the beauty of Tinian. We focus on strong safety practices, trained staff, and responsible operations so customers can explore and have fun with confidence. And our vision is to become Tinian's go-to spot for leisure and adventure. We want to be a place where families, visitors, and service members alike can all enjoy memorable weekends on the water. Over time, we hope to be known not just for our activities, but for our commitment to protecting and restoring our islands, beaches, and reefs. So that's it for our mission and vision, our goals. Next, I'm going to talk about our mentors and advisors. So first off, we have Mrs. Marianne de la Cruz. She's been our mentor on Tinian throughout the entire Business Academy program, and she's been a very big help for GoTasi. So we'd love to continue working with her for our operations. Next, we have Dr. Rita Sablon. She's been the overall mentor of the Business Academy program, and her feedback and guidance has been invaluable to our company. So we'd also like to continue working with her. Now, we have SBDC, CEDA, and SCC. They'll be helping us out with things like operations, procedures, and financials for running GoTasi. Next, we want to work with DFMs and the Coast Guard. They'll be assisting us with emergencies and ensuring the safety of our services, which is one of our top priorities. Next, we have DLNR and other related agencies. So from them, we're gonna acquire approval and assistance for constructing our main building and stations, and as well as meeting our environmental standards. So next, we have our experts in tourism. We want to consult experts in tourism. They'll help give us an understanding of the history of tourism on the island and how we can operate GoTasi to bring in tourism while also sustaining a local population. Because tourism isn't, the most reliable, 100% way to sustain a business, which is why we're also focusing on helping support our business through our local residents instead of just tourists. So yeah. Next, we also do want to consult wildlife experts. They'll be helping us also with our procedures and regulations for the preservation of our reefs and marine ecosystems. And last, we want to talk to individuals experienced in water sports and recreational activities, because they'll be helping us understand the costs and procedures for managing GoTasi, which is a water-based recreational activities business. So by frequently attending this falling. Sorry about that, guys. By frequently attending networking events and connecting with people from around the CNMI, we hope to establish key relationships with people who will be able to support GoTossi. All right, that's it for the company profile. Now I'd like to hand it over to our Chief Marketing Officer, Dakota Sandbergen, who will be presenting our market research and sales and marketing.
Good morning, everyone. I am GoTossi's Chief Marketing Officer, Dakota Sandbergen from Tinian High School, and today I will be going over our market research. Before moving on with our business plan, we needed to understand Tinian's needs, the current tourism industry, and the overall potential for water recreation on the island. We reviewed CNMI tourism data and gathered feedback directly from our community. Our findings showed us a clear gap in the market that GoTossi can fill, and here are some of the key insights from our research. Starting off with industry profile and outlook, we see that water activities are rising in the CNMI, especially as visitors and military personnel come to Tinian, and many want safe, fun, eco-friendly activities and outdoor experiences, and that is exactly what GoTossi offers. With social media and online booking, we see that GoTossi has a strong chance to be Tinian's main professional water company provider. Moving on to our local market, our local market will serve Tinian locals, teens, military, visitors, and tourists. Since Tinian currently has no official water companies, GoTossi will be the first professional provider on the island, with Taga, Tachonia, and Jones Beach being our main locations. For our target market, our main customers are ages 13 to 45, people who love outdoor adventures, photos, and guided activities, especially on weekends and holidays. Moving on to our key competitors and SWOT analysis. So we conducted a SWOT analysis in order to identify our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Because Tinian has no direct competitors, we use Sakura Marine Sports as our comparison. They have very experienced guides with many activity options and have built a strong reputation. However, because of the many different activity options, they would have high maintenance costs. They have opportunities to grow by expanding partnerships with local hotels like Crown Plaza to increase bookings and face threats from other competitors on Saipan. For GoTossi, our strengths rely on our eco-friendly practices, multiple beach locations, and a friendly local team. Our main weakness is being a new business, but our opportunities come from growing tourism and military visitors, while threats include weather, equipment issues, and future competitors. Moving on to keys to success. So our success relies on our strong safety standards, great customer service, eco-friendly practices, consistent hours, and an active social media. So to really understand the demand for water recreation on the island, we were able to send out a survey and got over 50 responses. We found that more than 90% want more Tinian water companies, and jet skis, paddleboarding, and kayaking being the most requested services. And we also find that customers value affordable pricing, a variety of services, and safety. This showed a strong support for our business, and that concludes our market research. So we'll now move on to our sales and marketing. So starting with our pricing strategy, we compared our prices with Saipan water activity businesses, and as the only provider on Tinian, we can set slightly higher but still affordable prices. Our pricing reflects high quality equipment, safety training, eco-friendly service, and the convenience of staying on island. Moving on to marketing strategies. So for our marketing activities, we will use social media, flyers, local partnerships, and an online booking website. Social media will showcase activities, photos, and safety tips, while flyers and partnerships with hotels, the mayor's office, and military groups will increase awareness. Our goal is to build brand recognition, make booking easy, and establish Go Tossie as Tinian's top water adventure company. Moving on to marketing objectives. Our main marketing goals are to build strong brand awareness on Tinian and across the CNMI, to create partnerships with hotels, the mayor's office, and the military, to maintain a consistent online presence that leads to bookings, and to make scheduling easy through our website. And for our positioning statement, Go Tossie provides safe, affordable, and eco-friendly water adventures that highlight the beauty of Tinian while giving customers unforgettable experiences and excellent service. Moving on to our sales process. First, customers contact us and we recommend the best activities. We explain pricing, take payment, and give a safety briefing. We then run the activity and finish with photos and feedback. Our sales process is designed to be quick, friendly, and centered around customer safety. Moving on to strategic alliances, we will build alliances with 4 main groups. First, local businesses like hotels and stores will help promote Go Tossie and bring in visitors. Second, tourism connections such as the Marianas Visitors Authority and tour agencies will support marketing and day trip packages. Third, community groups including schools and environmental organizations will help with events and eco-friendly programs. Finally, military partners will provide access to personnel and special group activities, and these alliances will expand our reach, build trust, and strengthen Go Tossie's presence on Tinian. These strategies guide Go Tossie toward growth and a strong future on Tinian. Thank you for your time, and I'll now pass it on to our Chief Operations Officer, John Sablan.
Good morning, everybody. As you already know, my name is John Sablan. I am Go Tossie's Chief Operations Officer, as well as the Chief of Human Resource Officer. So first, I will be presenting the locations, moving with virtual location, legal issues, human resources, operations, and risk assessments. Since our business is built around water activities, we chose to set up at the local beaches, places that are already convenient for visitors and give the best customer experience. If you look here on the screen, you can see our building area for Jones Beach, where one of our small stations are, which will hold our equipment. This will be located right across the water and will also have a snack and beverage shop. Next, we have Taga Beach, where our main office will be. This is where our marketing and finance team will be located. We will also have many mini rentals that mini rentals that our customers can come and rent. Next up, we have Tinian Beach, where our last mini station will be located. And just like Jones Beach, our equipment will also be held here, and we will have a snack and beverage shack here as well. Our operating times are from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., so we can serve both early swimmers and families who come later in the day. Together, these locations help us cover a large area and make our stations easy to find. Next up, we have virtual location. For our virtual presence, the GoTasi website will be designed to be simple, clean, and user-friendly. One of the most important key features is our online booking system, which makes it easy for visitors, especially tourists, to reserve activities ahead of time. We will also include a detailed map showing all of our station locations, along with nearby attractions. Additionally, every activity will have a clear description so customers know exactly what they're signing up for. The website will take about 4 to 8 weeks to fully develop. This includes planning, designing, content writing, building the booking system, and testing before launch. Next, we have our legal issues. To operate safely and legally, we need several requirements in place: a business license from the Department of Commerce, compliance with zoning bylaws for our beach and water locations, trademark protections for our name and logo, and required operating license for motorized watercraft and guided tours, meeting import and custom rules for our equipment, registering employees for tax and labor compliance, clear contracts with suppliers and partners. These steps keep us compliant and help build customer trust from day one. Next up is our insurance policies. For insurance, we plan to carry policies that cover our equipment, our staff, and our customers. This includes liability insurance, watercraft insurance, workers' compensation, and coverage for natural disasters. These policies protect us from accidents, property damage, and unexpected incidents. Next up, we have our human resources, which is our company structure. First, we have our Chief Executive Officer, who oversees all of our business operation and ensures that everything runs smoothly at the highest level. Next, we have our Chief Financial Officer, who manages all of our finances, budgeting and final financial planning to keep the business stable and sustainable. We have our Chief Marketing Officer, who develops and explains our marketing strategies to help promote our business and reach both locals and visitors. Next up, we have our Chief of Operations, which is me. I oversee the day-to-day operations of the business, handle our legal requirements, and manage our risk assessments to make sure everything is safe, compliant, and running efficiently. Alongside our leadership team, we will also have accountant assistants for our Chief Financial Officer, marketing assistants for our Chief Marketing Officer, and then next we will have maintenance specialists. These maintenance specialists will do daily checkups on our equipment to make sure everything is running smoothly and safely. And we'll also have 3 station leads for 3 of our locations. For our jet ski operators will guide customers, manage equipment, and make sure every activity is done safely and correctly. As well as lifeguards who monitor the water and ensure the safety of our customers. And lastly, we have our shack staff. We plan to hire 4 part-time employees for our shack staff. Next up is our process and production. Here's how our services work. Customers can book online or at any station. Once an activity is scheduled, our staff prepares the equipment, guides the activity, and inspects everything afterwards so it's safe for our next customers. We will be serving around 50 to 60 customers per day, depending on the weather and staffing. Our suppliers provide high-quality kayaks, paddleboards, and safety gear. And we keep backup suppliers in case of shortages. And using reliable equipment is one of our biggest selling points. Next up, we have our risk assessments. Like any water-based business, GoTossi faces several risk assessments. Several risks. And it's important that we manage each one carefully. First off, we have our marketing risks, such as not reaching enough tourists or locals. We address this by partnering with hotels and staying active on social media so people can easily discover our services. Next, we have our operational risks, like equipment failure or staff shortages. We reduce these by doing daily inspections, routine maintenance, and making sure all our staff are properly trained. Next up is our environmental risk, including changing weather and ocean conditions. To manage this, we constantly monitor forecasts and only operate when conditions are safe. Another major concern is natural disasters, especially typhoons in the CNMI. We can handle this with a full emergency plan, proper equipment storage, and strong insurance to protect the business. And finally, our last risk is financial risk, such as slow tourism seasons or unexpected expenses. We prepare for these by keeping accurate financial records, saving emergency funds, and adjusting our hours or staffing when needed. By planning ahead, GoTossi can stay safe, stable, and ready all year round. Now I'll pass the mic to our Chief of Financial Officers, Ina Mendiola, and she will be presenting our financials for GoTossi.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ina Mendiola, and I am the Chief Financial Officer for our business, GoTossi. For my part, I will be talking about our startup costs, our break-even analysis, sales forecast, cash inflow and outflow, as well as our income statement. First, I'll begin with our startup cost. Our startup cost is the foundation of funding we need to get started, purchasing any necessary items for our business, being recreational equipment, water safety and beach equipment, snacks and necessities, permits, licensing and insurance, staff training and certifications, operational equipment, construction of stand and main office buildings, and first-year maintenance. These are some categories that I have focused on where all of our expenses goes towards. Before launch, we have no purchases, meaning all of equipment and materials will be purchased as part of our initial funding. Now, our total estimated startup cost ranges from $218,980 as the minimum and as the maximum of $332,215. Our price ranges vary since this all depends on equipment quality, construction choices, and insurance levels. In researching pricing, I looked at what similar businesses use as well as the best equipment for beginners and safe, easy equipment to use. This helped me understand the average market price and where our business can stay competitive. Based on my findings, I set a price that is affordable for customers, but still covers our expenses and leaves some room for profit. This slide showcases specific services and products our business will have, as well as the cost, our main source of income, and entertainment, as our water sports and equipment needed to operate. Here we have our cost of main services and additional costs. First, we have our water sports equipment and vehicles, which includes our main rentals of paddle boards, kayaks, and jet skis, which totals to $46,600 and a maximum of $49,100. Next, we have our water safety equipment, which we will invest in critical water safety items needed for normal water activities such as the given, life jackets, life buoys, throw ropes, rescue tubes, and first aid. Other items also being waterproof radios, rash guards and helmets, as well as emergency whistles, which is mainly for staff in case of emergencies and communication through everyone. We will also need other safety equipment such as paddles and leashes for paddle boarding, spray skirts for kayaks, kayak anchors, and carts for transportation of the rentals. This totals to $3,345 and a maximum of $5,395. Next, we have water toys and sand activities, which is also our beach comfort and onshore equipment / small rentals. To enhance customer experience, we provide umbrellas, chairs, hammocks, towels, and tables for comfort. We will also provide small rentals of floaties, pool noodles, inflatable rafts, and beach balls for other entertainment. This totals to $210. Next, we have snacks and refreshments and necessities, where we will sell basic refreshments including soda, water, coconut water, donuts, empanadas, as well as necessity on the beach like sunscreen, hats, caps, and sunglasses. This totals to $2,570. Next, we have legal permits and insurance, where legal compliance includes business licenses, water permits, registrations, and insurance coverage for jet skis, equipment, and liability, which all depends on insurance tier, which totals to $11,500 and the maximum of $22,600. Next, we have training and certifications, where all operators and guides must have proper marine certifications, including STCW training, NMC courses, and CPR/first aid. These certifications make sure our staff know how to handle emergencies, protect passengers, and safely operate equipment on water. STCW is basic training required for people working on or around boats and teaches survival at sea, first aid, and emergency procedures, which ensures staff can respond calmly and correctly in emergencies on water. NMC courses are U.S. Coast Guard approved classes for people operating vessels, which includes training in navigation, boat handling, rules of the water, and safety procedures. This helps make sure guides know the legal and safe way to operate boats and keep passengers safe. CPR and first aid teaches staff how to respond to injuries, medical issues, or someone not breathing. This helps ensure there is always someone on board who can give immediate care until emergency arrives. Next, we have our staff. Our staffing includes jet ski guides, front desk staff, lifeguards, equipment technicians, and marine mechanics, which totals to $75,520 and a maximum of $123,440. Next, we have our operational equipment, which includes tablets, POS systems, pumps, anchoring systems, and cleaning supplies, which totals to an estimate of $3,000. Next, we have our construction costs, where we will be having a main building that is a 20 by 24 main office, which ranges from $26,000 to $60,000 depending on material and labor costs, and 2 stands, which is 10 by 12 stands that range from $7,000 to $14,000 each. To summarize, our total startup investment required is between $218,980 and $332,215. To secure funding for GoTossy, we plan to meet with organizations such as the Small Business Development Center, SBDC, the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority, CEDA, and local banking institutions. These meetings will help us explore different financing options, understand available grants or loans programs, and get expert guidance on building a strong financial foundation for our business. I would like to note that startup costs can be high even before you make your first sale, but these prices can vary depending on shipping costs, who we buy it from, different suppliers that have different prices, and the total cost can change based on where we order from and how much it costs to get everything delivered. Here we have our break-even analysis that shows the point where we see if our business makes money to cover all its costs. This is where we aren't making a profit yet and shows the business is not yet covering its annual operating expenses, which totals to $183,600 per year. In year 1, the business is projected to make $99,300, which is not enough to cover all costs. This creates a financial gap of $84,300, meaning the first year in the business would operate at a loss. In year 2, revenue increases to $131,250, which reduces the gap but still creates a $52,350 below that we need to break even. This tells us that the business is moving in the right direction, but it will take more time, higher sales, or lower expenses to reach the point where the business makes profit. Here we have our sales forecast summary for year 1. As you can see in the graph, we start at January and end in December, where January is a start at $4,000 And during the months of May, June, and July, where the summer starts, it goes higher to $14,000, and we end the year at $8,000. Our total estimated revenue for year one is $99,300, and early months are still slow because the business is new and still building customer awareness. Peak seasons runs from May to August, where we see the highest sales thanks to warmer weather and increased tourism. Jet ski rentals are our top revenue source, supported by initial income from paddleboards, kayaks, snacks, and equipment rentals. As the year ends, sales decline gradually due to reduced beach traffic in the fall and winter. But overall, year one focuses on establishing our market presence, showing a typical growth pattern for a startup with a strong summer performance. Here we have our sales forecast summary of year two, again with the graph starting from January to December. January starts off at $9,000, and again from May to July, we have a high price from $14,000 and ending the year at $10,000. Our total estimated revenue for year two is $131,250, reflecting a strong growth year from year one. The business has a stronger start to the year because awareness and customer loyalty are already established. During peak season, we see even higher demand for jet skis and paddleboard rentals. Improved capacity and visibility help increase rentals across all product categories. Off-season sales stay more consistent due to better brand recognition and returning customers. Overall, year two demonstrates significant growth supported by repeat customers, effective marketing, and smoother operations. Here we have our cash flow, our cash inflow and outflow. For our cash flow, our inflow is based on the yearly sales total, while outflow is based on our operating expenses and startup costs. For our cash inflow, revenue is generated from jet ski, paddleboard, and kayak rentals, equipment rentals, snacks and refreshments, and necessity sales, with a year one total cash inflow of $99,300 and a year two of $131,250. For our cash outflow, monthly operating expenses include rent and utilities, payroll, insurance, maintenance, supplies, marketing, software subscription, fuel and transportation, and totals to $15,300 per month or $183,600 per year. Because startup investments and payroll are high in year one, cash outflow exceeds inflow. However, by year two, the gap between revenue and expenses gets smaller. Finally, we have our income statement, which summarizes our financial performance. Operating expenses remain high, about $183,600 annually, including payroll, rent, utilities, insurance, fuel supplies, and marketing. As a result, the business shows net losses in both years, which is typical for a startup, with a year one net loss of $84,300 and a year two of $52,350. Overall, the company is moving in the right direction, with revenue increasing and losses shrinking as operations grow and awareness improves. These early losses are normal for capital-intensive recreational businesses, and as sales continue to increase, we project reaching profitability by year three. This concludes my part for financials, and I will now pass the mic to our CEO, Dylan, to present our final remarks, as well as calling the rest of our business.
Thank you, Ina. Oh. You guys want to stand over there? Yeah. Okay, guys, so again, this is my team. Could I have you guys, like, more censored? Thank you. So, guys, before I officially close, I just have a few things I'd like to say. I'll try to make it brief. So first, I'd just like to thank everyone who was able to contribute to the amazing experience we had in our time under Business Academy. So first, our mentors, Mrs. Marianne and Dr. Sablon, they provided us such amazing support and guidance throughout the program, and we really appreciate that. Next, we have SBDC, CEDA, and SCC for sharing with us a ton of helpful information and resources for our business. It really helped us with our planning. I'd also like to thank my fellow Business Academy classmates for their hospitality and kindness throughout the entire program. And of course, I'd like to thank my team for their efforts. We put in a lot of time and effort into this project, and we weren't able to fit our entire 40-page plan on here, but I'd like to recognize them for their contributions and commitments. So overall, this program has been an amazing opportunity for us. It helped us explore an exciting career path and learn about the abundance of resources available to our local entrepreneurs. It also helped us achieve a lot of personal and professional growth, especially for me as a CEO. I'm usually very shy, but through my role, I was able to build my confidence and learn how to make a team work. So because of that, I'd just like to thank the CNMI Public School System, Dr. Camacho, Dr. Taylor, for allowing us to experience this incredible opportunity. So anyways, that has been the Tinian Business Academy team's business plan for our company, GoTasi. We hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot about our goals for GoTasi. Hopefully, we convinced you to want to support it and invest in it in the future. That would be so amazing because you'll be helping us turn our dreams into a reality. So again, thank you so much for your attention, and that concludes our presentation.
All right, thank you guys. After that presentation, I will in fact be going to the Tossi. I actually booked my flight. I leave tomorrow at 9 o'clock, then I arrive on Tinian at 9 o'clock and 30 seconds. So, see you there, right? All right, but in all seriousness, guys, this concludes our morning program that allowed our awesome Business Academy students to present their capstone simulation projects. We're glad that you guys all had the opportunity to present something super special and also share with us your experiences as you went through this 10-week program. And we're just very proud of you guys. I know that was a lot of information, right? But let's just one more time give them a round of applause. So I know we've been sitting in our seats for a while. It's not on the program, but we decided to do it right now. Surprise, we're gonna lead you guys through like a quick stretch. So can we stand up real quick? Just to get us all back into the flow of things before we go into